everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started with the program.
I got napkins, spoons, forks.
Can you hear me back by the street? No? You might have to come closer. My name is Joe Burst, and I'm the new Executive Director for LIFTT, and I'm very happy and very honored to share this day with you. It was on this day in 1990 that George Bush signed the Americans with Disabilities Act. So we're going to have a very short program. I'd like to thank all the vendors that have come to help and show you what's out there and available for people. And feel free to talk to anybody, and there's some of the equipment. You can do demonstrations, take for a test drive. They'll be happy to answer any questions you've got and work with you any way we can. With that, I'm going to turn it over to our County Commissioner, Bill Kennedy, who has a proclamation he'd like to read.
Thank you, Joe. Are we on? Thank you very much. This is a wonderful day, and I'd like to read the proclamation that the Yellowstone County Commissioners passed this week. Americans with Disabilities Act Anniversary Proclamation. Whereas the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, was passed on July 26, 1990 to ensure the civil rights of citizens with disabilities. Whereas Yellowstone County, Montana, affirms the principles of equality and inclusion for persons with disabilities as set forth for the state of Montana and the ordinances of Yellowstone County. Whereas numerous organizations in Yellowstone County and the state of Montana work with constituents and communities to bring forth the promise of hope and freedom that is envisioned by the passage of ADA. Whereas July 26, 2012, celebrate the 22nd anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners for Yellowstone County does hereby extend greetings and best wishes to all observing July 26, 2012 as Americans with Disabilities Act Awareness Day, passed and adopted by the Board of County Commissioners, Yellowstone County, on the 24th day of June, signed by Chairman John Oslin, James Reno member, and Bill Kennedy member. I just want to say that 22 years has been, it seems like a long time, but it really hasn't. And for all of us observing this day, not just today, but every day, for people with disabilities, and making sure we are ADA compliant, and making sure we are working with our constituents in the community. And I think that's very important. So all of you coming out today and your support of the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, and those of you with your support 365 days a year, I think in 22 years from now, we're going to finally say we have that no discrimination, and we have that equality that we need. So thank you all very much.
I'm Jed Barton. I'm the Public Relations and Government Affairs Coordinator here at LIFTT, and it's my privilege to introduce the keynote speaker for this afternoon's program. She's a peer mentor here, and really has some inspiring words for us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobbi Devereux.
all of you for coming today to this celebration, and My name is Bobbi Devereux, and I am here to talk to you today about my personal life, my experiences, and my observations, and my great appreciation for the Americans with Disabilities Act. I went to school from 94 to 99 and got a degree as a dental hygienist, and I worked 3 years in private practice and then worked for the Montana Migrant and Farm Workers Council for 9 years. On May 24th of 2011, I took my children for a class assignment to the West High Music Concert, and they did their assignment, and when we were finished, we left. We got to the intersection of St. John's and 24th, and we stopped, and the light went green. I pulled out, and I don't remember much, but all I was told is that, from the witnesses, is that a man came and T-boned me in my door, going about 40 miles an hour, and he was drunk and on. And anyway, I 3 months later had to resign from my job and found out that I had severe nerve damage and that I would no longer be able to do my previous profession. How it's affected my family is that my children and I aren't able to do the things that we did before. We had many hobbies. We fished, we hunted, we hiked, we canoed, and we rode horses, and now we're not able to do that. My husband and my relationship is good, but it definitely has been changed since this accident. I'm not able to do the previous chores and help my family out like I did before, such as helping stack hay, irrigate, spray weeds, help with building fences, taking care of the farm animals. Daily chores such as doing laundry isn't something that was easy as it was before. I can't mop like I used to. Grocery shopping, I need assistance. I'm not able to be around the horses anymore. My children are a little bit scared to be around me because they're worried about hurting me. And they feel sad that they're not able to we're not able to do the things we used to do. My goal is to get a new profession and find some new hobbies that my children and I can do together. This brings me to the subject of accessibility. Before I was injured, I'm ashamed to say that I used to go to Walmart and there was like 25 handicap parking spots, and I sat and I thought to myself, why so many? And now that I'm disabled, I know why. Because there are so many people that are, and now when I go to Walmart, I have troubles finding a parking spot. There isn't enough. The Pioneer building just down the block, it doesn't have a button to push the door to even get in. There's a 3-inch lift to get into the building. The door is so heavy I can't get into it without somebody opening the door for me. In the building, I was in there and I wasn't able to get into the stall of the bathroom with a wheelchair because there wasn't a handicap accessible bathroom. Hotels only have a couple handicap accessible rooms. It makes it hard, and a lot of times they give those away if it's 6 or 7 o'clock at night. They don't think they're going to have anybody. They'll rent that room out, and then you're moving along at 8 o'clock, and you don't have a room in there. They don't have an elevator to get to the upper floor. Malls. When you go to the mall to go shopping with your children to get them school clothes, you cannot take a manual wheelchair, let alone an electric wheelchair, through the clothing department. You can't get through most of the departments because they put all the clothing racks too close together. curb cuts. There aren't enough curb cuts, and in the winter when the city plows the roads, they plow all the snow into the curb cut area, and then the businesses aren't always shoveling those curb cuts out, so when it comes time for somebody who gets out of their vehicle to get up onto the curb, you're not able to get through all the slush, which is really discouraging, especially if you're on your own. I went to many businesses that don't have buttons to get into the building, and when they do, alarming enough, the buttons don't work. I came to work for LIFTT so that I could qualify for the working disabled that the Social Security Department has, and so that I could buy into Medicaid because I have overwhelming bills. So I went to the Medicaid department, and the button on the door didn't work, and I couldn't even open the door. There are so many, this happens in so many situations where the buttons aren't working. I've been on both sides now. It's taken, it took me having to be personally disabled to appreciate the incredible need for community awareness for those who are disabled. It could be you or a family member or a friend someday. And wouldn't it be great to know that the accommodations for the disabled was the norm, and you would know and feel confident that when you wanted to go out to doctor appointments or to the mall or on road trips or to your child's 4-H or volleyball game at a school, that you were able to get downstairs to the gym. I've experienced that. All the schools are not handicap accessible. It's hard having to sit and wait until a complete stranger walks by and to ask them to open the door or to lift you over a snowbank or carry you up or down the stairs just so you can get to where you need to go. Thank you for your attention during this celebration, supporting the Americans with Disabilities Act as we move forward, making the necessary changes so everybody can live independently in our community. Thank you.